Good morning, everyone. So today, after 3 weeks of rain on and off almost every day, the soil is saturated and we need to replant and transplant stuff. So today, Susanna is making the compost, as you've seen just a second ago, and I will be planting or transplanting sweet potato slips into the ground because they have now nice roots. I'll show you. Okay, so this is nice root system already. So you buy these slips and then you put them into water in a jar or pot or whatever and wait for the roots to come out, to emerge, and then they are ready to go in the ground, because otherwise it takes them very long to root once they're in the ground without these roots, and you have to keep watering them, and it's it takes much longer than this, and this is much easier. So yeah, we've done that last year this way, and every single slip took on, and we had, I think, about 50 kilos of sweet potatoes, so which is not bad yield. So this year we only have a purple sweet potatoes because they didn't have the orange ones, which we prefer, but and we didn't have the chance to go to the market because of the rain. So hopefully what's today? It's Saturday. So maybe next Friday there's a big market. Not close by, but we have to drive like 45 minutes. But hopefully next Friday we can get to the market and get some orange sweet potato slips and put them in the ground as soon as the roots emerge. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing now. And 20 minutes later, we have a long row of sweet potatoes transplanted in. It's because these sweet potatoes are not like normal potatoes, they are a different family, so they don't grow down, deep, but they are better, they spread sideways, so hence this wide bed, and I planted them quite deep, and all the soil is loose on both sides, so they can spread nicely. Well, it's 12th of June, and I'm not sure how well you can see the color of the sky, but it's pretty dark. Let me just walk over, and we've had, well, the morning was beautiful, but then the rain has come again, which is great, but now looks like a huge thunderstorm is coming over the mountains, and the thunder is rumbling already. And the sky looks quite sinister, really. So the dogs are all inside. They are not particularly keen on this kind of weather, especially Kaya. She's very afraid. She's very scared. Yesterday we had a little bit of thunder and also some fireworks in the village, and she spent all afternoon in the bathroom in a shower, hiding. Well, the storm is quite close, I have to say. I'd say probably over that ridge there, because it's a few seconds ago, before I turned on the camera, there was a huge lightning and the thunder followed. I'll try and keep an eye on this. Oh well, as soon as I left, it started raining. Gosh. Wow. And Kaya is in the bathroom again. Kayo, it's okay, Kayo. What? I know. It's okay. No. 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 It's okay, girls. No, boys. Don't worry, Kaya. I know. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning. It's quite overcast, and we are waiting for more thunderstorms this afternoon. I'm in the main garden, and really the task is to transplant more pumpkins, cotton plants because they need to go in the ground, and then to do a little bit of weeding and perhaps watering. Although it hasn't been that warm lately, which is good, after all the rain. And, yeah, it's a beautiful morning. And we are expecting a first serious heat wave towards the end of this week. And the temperatures should rise up to 35, hopefully not more. At least for us here in the mountains, that's the advantage, because we don't get like 38, 40. Well, we do, but not as early. So I think we need a little adjustment. But we'll see. Yeah, so I'll show you around the garden, what's growing, what's not, what's been successful so far. The pumpkins are looking pretty good, and the squashes, but as you know, I've sown more seeds just in case, because you never know. And they are not only for our consumption, but they are also for our animals in summer. So, instead of buying feed, we can grow food for the dogs and chickens and all that. So, and we have had new addition and surprise, or I mean, surprise in the numbers. But I'll show you that later. 7?
7.
7! Wow. So that's a success. Spotted dick again. There's always one. Beautiful. Nu krásné.
To miracle.
Come on then. Musel tak třepe. Víš, furt těma křídlovkama, jo?
Jsi slabé, no.
It's okay. It's okay, So, hi. Hello again. Our unexpected event, not the good one, but one of the bad ones, has been that Bailey has been injured. Yes, good girl. It happened on Tuesday morning. It was very rainy, and it was just it was awful morning. And I let the girls out, and they've returned within half an hour. And Bailey was knocking on the door, and I thought, well, no, you wanted to go out in the rain to stay there, but then I let her in, and she just collapsed on the floor and fell asleep. So I didn't take much notice of that because that's what they normally do. And then a couple of hours later, she made this weird noise, which was very unusual for her. So I looked at her and I could see one of her eyes, the left eye, was squinted very badly. And so I thought, oh, okay, she has something in her eye. So I called Susanna, who was working upstairs, and because normally the girls have grass. They can have grass anywhere. The grass seeds, the nasty arrow-shaped grasses that are in season now. So we had a look, both of us, and we couldn't see anything. So we flashed it. We flashed the eye, and she could open the eye, but she looked like she was in discomfort. So we thought, okay, let's go to the vets. But because Susanna was working, I had to go on my own. So I took Bailey in the car and we drove to our closest vet. And the doctor wasn't there yet because it was quite early. So I opted out to leave Bailey there and wait for the doctor to call me whether they have removed whatever was there or what needed to be done. And so I returned home, and within 2 or 3 hours, I got a phone call from the vet saying that she doesn't have anything in her eye, but as such, that could be removed straight away. But it looks like she has something lodged in her eye. And it should be superficial, it should be easy to remove under sedation, but she couldn't do it herself because she didn't have the instruments for that kind of surgery. Um, so she referred us to Viseu, which is a big town close by, 45 minutes, with our car, over an hour. So we went and picked up Bailey from there, and of course, she gave her painkillers just to relieve the pressure a little bit and the pain because she was in a lot of pain. So we went to Viseu to this hospital. It's an animal hospital. It's called SOS Animal. It's open 24/7, which we found out, which is great to know. So whoever lives close by, they know that they can go there. They can ring if something is wrong with their animal, especially dogs and cats, of course, and go there, and they're going to be seen fairly quickly. So we went, and we left Bailey there. We spoke with the doctor, who said that he will sedate her and they will take it out, whatever it's in there. And it should take no more than an hour. So we went for coffee and a little walk around because we had Suki with us as well. So we had to keep her occupied and happy. And when we returned, the doctor came out straight away and said that she doesn't have anything in her eye, but she has huge laceration. And he said it's no good because when they've sedated her to take everything, or whatever was in the eye out, the two layers of the eye became relaxed and they detached, and the white, what you have in your eye, the white started leaking out. Because the laceration was very deep and jagged also. It wasn't a straight cut, so that brings us to conclusion that it must have been bramble of some sort, because if you have been cut by bramble at least once, it doesn't just cut you once, it just goes in stages. Good girl, good girl. So the doctor, so she was still sedated. The doctor said he has to operate. He also told us the normal ophthalmologist, I think that's the right word, ophthalmologist, would probably consider taking the eye out. But he has offered different method, different approach, and he said he's done it a few times on several dogs, and it worked. And so, of course, for us, it was an easy decision because we don't want her, or we want the best for her, really. So we agreed on that, and we had the option to either wait or to go home and return next day. And because it was quite late already, it was 9:30, in the evening, and all the other dogs were at home, and and all the animals. It's not an easy thing or decision to make, but we knew Bailey was in the best hands possible at that time. So we left and we went home, and we were waiting for the doctor to call us, and he did, and said the operation went well, and we can pick up Bailey the next day in the evening. So on Wednesday we went and picked her up, very distressed. She was so happy to see us, and we were so happy, so relieved. But the operation is quite. I think. Oh, well, when you look at her eye, it's quite gruesome. It looks gruesome. She looks like Frankenstein's sister when she opens her eye. So what the doctor did at the end was that he put two stitches where the cut was because it was very deep. So he had to stitch it up. And then he used Bailey's eye white. He cut a little bit of white and then stretched it. Oh, stretched it and pulled it over the cut or the laceration and stitched it over the laceration to the eye. Um, yeah, not very nice to look at, and honestly. And for this girl, she's been through so much already. She's 4.5 years old, and that was her fourth operation. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into details why she had operations before because they're not nice, and you know, maybe one day I'll tell you what happened to her. But so we took her home. Of course, she was hungry and dehydrated and stressed and tired. So, as of Wednesday evening, we are on strict schedule with eye drops, various eye drops, and antibiotics and pain relief and all that. And she has to have this collar on all the time. We are cleaning her eye all the time, Yeah. Yesterday we went for checkup because the doctor wanted to see her yesterday. So we went again. Of course, she didn't want to go in because she well remembered what happened there. But at the end, she did because she's a good girl. So we didn't have to drag her in. No. So, but the doctor was really happy with how it looked like. So now on, or from now on, we're going to be going to the other vet who actually knows Dr. Abel in Viseu. And she knows everything now about Bailey, and so they're communicating together. And so, in 2 or 3 weeks, if everything goes well, Bailey will have to go for another operation to remove the stitches. Hoping, or we are hoping really, that the laceration will heal, it will work, so she doesn't have to lose her eye. So we're going to go again, or she is going to have to go through this ordeal again. But I don't want to think about that yet. One step at a time, one day after another. Yeah. So, oh no, it's okay. And now because it's the heat wave has arrived, so that's not easy as well because she can't be outside. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, shh, shh. She can't be outside, of course she's annoyed with this, but she's not her usual self, because I cannot imagine the pain she must have been in. It must have been excruciating pain, and she didn't tell me straight away. She thought she's going to sleep it over. Yeah, so she's such a sweet girl, she's amazing. And one funny thing actually is that when we left her there with Dr. Abel, we went back home, and I thought about something because Bailey had an operation on her right hind leg 4 years ago when she was really a puppy. And And I thought maybe it was the same surgeon because I looked him up, of course, as you do, and he's not only neuro surgeon, but he's also orthopedic surgeon. And I thought, okay, maybe there's a connection. So when we went for the checkup, I asked whether it was him, and as soon as I mentioned our vet, the name where we used to go with Bailey, and he went like, "Oh my God, it's her! I did that." So he's operated on her twice already now. What a coincidence, The world is too small, I think. So this is us. We have to get up at night. It takes two of us to do the drops and that. But she's very good. She's a very good girl, and we do love her. We love her so much, and she's a special girl. Yes, you are. Good girl. She's such a special girl. So, gosh. So hopefully it'll all work out, and yeah, she'll be able to run around again because that's what she likes. She's our biggest protector. Yeah. Good girl. No, no, it's okay. Good girl. No, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. I don't know. It's okay, Bubanko.